I love it when someone I know has a baby. Do you know someone in your life who just announced that they're expecting, or maybe who just had a child, or do you know someone who just adopted? And I remember when our daughters were born, the level of celebration and jubilation among our family and friends was just unbelievable. When kids come into the world, people really know how to celebrate. There are balloons and flowers and gifts galore. We throw baby showers and we redecorate houses. People just go nuts, man. I remember when a friend of mine adopted her first child, a group of people got together and wrote her a customized children's book. And when our first daughter came into the world, my dad literally composed a beautiful song about it. My youngest daughter learned about a baby boy with a heart condition being adopted by another friend of mine. And she was so inspired by this little baby that she wrote like a little biography, like a whole book about this little baby. People go all out to celebrate new life. We humans love new humans. We love the promise and the hope and the imagining of what joyful wonders are coming ahead. And there are folks out there who want to bring a new baby into the world so bad, but haven't found a way yet. I know folks out there who would give anything for a new child. Nothing brings people together, and nothing touches a human heart quite so warmly as the idea of a new child. I love those little manger scenes that Christian folks put up around the holidays. The little wooden ones are nice, but man, I'm a sucker for the big, gaudy outdoor plastic nativity scenes that light up. Those things are fantastic, even if their historical accuracy sometimes leaves a little to be desired. Cheap moldings portraying a bunch of adults, family members, and strangers, people of the most intimate relation, and people from faraway lands with far different spiritual beliefs. Some relatively wealthy and some dirt poor. And farm animals, of course. Don't forget the donkeys and the cows and the goats and camels. All of this gathered around a made for TV semicircle, just gushing over this beautiful new baby. The story of the Nativity, I think, is just so wonderful. It's so full of promise and hope. It's a wonder why we don't try to put hopefulness and newness at the center of more of our interactions. And that's what I'd like to encourage with today's message. Hey, welcome, by the way, to Between, the most open church on earth. Our church exists in the space between you and every person you encounter this week. This isn't the church. That's the church, between you and the people in your life. The space between us is sacred, and you are always welcome here. You have a choice. Every single moment of your life, you have a choice. You can choose to engage people with hopefulness, or you can choose cynicism. You can choose to engage people with a belief in people, in the goodness of the world, or you can choose to obsess over the imperfections of humanity. You can choose to engage people with a trust in a better tomorrow, or you can choose to name the deficiencies of today. You can choose to find solutions together, or you can choose to name problems while standing far apart. You can choose to engage people with light or with darkness. You have a choice in every moment, and that choice is powerful and important. Now, don't misunderstand me. There is pain and darkness and struggle in the world. There is tragedy and injustice and oppression, and we have to talk about it. But in the end, which way are you facing? Are you facing the light or the shadow? Because if you're facing the shadow, you have a choice to turn around. Nothing brings people together like the promise of a new tomorrow. Nothing helps disparate perspectives find common ground like the shared belief in new life. Every time I see a nativity scene around the holidays, that's what I think about. The hope in all those little plastic people's hearts. And I suppose the plastic cows and chickens and donkeys and camels too. The nativity scene is a symbol of our potential as humans to create a heaven on earth by facing the light. There's a single line in Matthew's gospel talking about the magi that came to visit Jesus right after he was born. The passage reads, "When they saw the star, they were overjoyed." Face the light. Look for the star shining over every moment and over every face. Be overjoyed. And to all the new parents, expecting parents, and folks who would love to be parents, know that you are in all of our prayers today, for you, like us, are choosing to face the light of hope. Will you all join me now in the spirit of prayer? Today I pray for new hope, for the promises of a brighter tomorrow, for the light of a new day. And I pray that I might share that hope and that promise with everyone I encounter. God, help us replace the cynicism with a steadfast belief in our capabilities as miraculous humans to create a world full of love for all mankind. Amen. Between is about you. Take this message into your life this week and fill the space between you and every person you encounter with your sacred light. My favorite church is the space between people. Now go with God's love and create the church between.